Hi hunters, Marneus here. So Tempered Uth Duna is on the way, and naturally I decided the best way to prepare is by throwing myself at a 5 strength tempered version first, in full Lagiacrus armor, because who needs optimal defense when you can cosplay as a lightning rod, right? No mix sets, no fancy math, just thunder versus belly flops and me in the middle with a gunlance and questionable survival instincts. Will I thrive? Will I drown? Only one way to find out. Let's dive in before I change my mind. If you've watched my previous video, Lagiacrus Gunlance versus Tempered Uth Duna, you'll know I built that loadout around one thing: comfort. But this time, I'm shaking things up. In this video, I'll be testing out Azure Bolt 2, while also showcasing Long Shelling, with a focus on the Wyrmstake Cannon. And no, it's not the cannon itself doing the heavy lifting. It's the tick damage that really melts Uth Duna's HP. So yes, you're going to see a lot of Wyrmstake Cannon spam in this one. Let's be honest, Long Shelling doesn't get much attention. Wide dominates with massive Wyvern Fire bursts. Normal is what the game hands you early on, but Long, it's often overlooked. And that's a shame because Long Shelling brings something unique: extended range, solid consistency, and strong synergy with both Wyrmstake Cannon and Drake Augur. Here's the kicker: those two actually benefit from Affinity. Not all Gunlance moves care about crits, but the tick damage from Wyrmstake and Augur scales with Affinity, element, and status. That opens up some niche build potential. You can stack element or status with Long Shelling, though the options are a bit limited. Still, against monsters with a clear elemental weakness, like Uth Duna or Steve, this kind of setup, it really hurts. The game almost crashed here, thankfully it didn't. From the tick damage you'll see as I spam Wyrmstake Cannon, it's clearly doing some serious work. Those numbers add up fast. The fastest way to deploy Wyrmstake Cannon is through Wyrmstake Full Blast, or by comboing into it from a moving wide sweep, a mobility option worth mastering for Gunlance in general. And here's what I love about it: Wyrmstake Cannon is adaptable. You can delay the shot slightly and adjust your aim based on the monster's movement, making it a surprisingly reliable source of damage, even against fast or erratic targets. And that brings me to another quick tip. Most Gunlance moves can be delayed before committing to the next action. Whether it's a perfect guard, a hop, or the next step in your combo, the timing window is surprisingly generous. That flexibility is huge when you're trying to master the Gunlance or just increase your odds of a clean, successful hunt. Drake Augur also benefits from your setup. It delivers respectable tick damage, and on top of that, launches a Wyrmstake for even more bonus damage. One thing to keep in mind though, Tempered Uth Duna isn't easily wounded. But if you do manage to wound it, Drake Augur's damage easily rivals a Wyvern Fire. It's another tool in your kit that rewards precision, positioning, and just a bit of patience. Also, since the range on your shells in Wyvern Fire is surprisingly far-reaching, it gives you a better chance to still land damage even if the monster pushes you back or shifts slightly out of reach mid-combo. That extra bit of range makes a huge difference, especially when you're locked into those longer attack animations. With Long Shelling, you are sacrificing a bit of raw power, but in return, you gain consistent reach and better reliability. And honestly, that's a worthy trade-off in plenty of hunts. It's really a shame we don't have more viable long Gunlances right now. Outside of the Gravios Gunlance, options are pretty limited, and while that one's cool with a status focus, I can't help but feel like elemental damage would perform even better when paired with Long Shelling. With the way Wyrmstake Cannon and Drake Augur scale off element and affinity, having a proper elemental long Gunlance could really elevate this playstyle. Hopefully we'll get more choices in future updates, because Long Shelling deserves some love. Let's talk a bit about Tempered Uth Duna. While the Title Update 2 trailer didn't showcase a full overhaul, we did see 3 new moves clearly confirmed. First, there's a double arm swipe that covers both flanks, wide and fast. Second, a multi-pounce rush, where Duna lunges forward repeatedly. And lastly, the most worrying, a full-on backflip. Based on the windup alone, that flip screams one-shot potential, especially since it looks like a follow-up or reversal move. Similar to AT Uth, I'd bet the new swipes and pounces will come with lingering hitboxes, which means evading or guarding just once might not be enough. And let's not forget, every single attack from Duna likely inflicts Water Blight, slowing your stamina recovery. That combo, fast follow-ups, lingering hitboxes, and stamina drain, is a nightmare for slower or stamina-dependent weapons. Sure, you can run Water Blight resistance, but with how huge Uth Duna's hitboxes seem to be, even just avoiding chip damage is going to be a real challenge. One thing I'd really recommend for this fight is slotting in Aquatic mobility. Based on the trailer, it looks like AT Uth Duna's fight will mostly take place in that arena surrounded by water, which means sluggish movement and wave hazards are going to be part of the encounter. Sure, you can hop through incoming waves if you time it right, but the terrain itself slows you down, even between attacks. And that's a big deal, because against belly flops, and especially those lethal backflips, being a second too slow could be the difference between surviving and carted. Aquatic mobility might not be a popular pick for most hunts, but for this one, it might be essential if you want to stay mobile and stay alive. And that's it for the hunt. Long Shelling might not be the flashiest style, but with the right setup and a bit of patience, it delivers solid, reliable damage, and some surprising flexibility. With Tempered Uth Duna just around the corner, now's the perfect time to practice against Tempered Uth Duna to get a feel for skills like Aquatic mobility and the timing on those nasty belly flops. If you found this helpful, or just enjoy watching tick damage stack up, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more Gunlance goodness. And hey, if you've got your own Long Shelling build or tips for dealing with AT Uth Duna, I'd love to hear them down in the comments. Thanks for watching, I'm Marneus, and I'll see you in the next hunt.